That is indeed very alarming. In fact, just yesterday on this channel we broke the story of a major ammunition depot right here in Gurgaon. According to rules and regulations, there should be no construction whatsoever within a 900-meter perimeter of the ammunition depot. We saw that there were marriage halls over there, there were buildings that were coming up, there were cylinders that were lying, and officers we spoke to said if any of this was to lead to a fire, there would be trouble. There would be major trouble. PANKAJ UPADHYAY, who's responsible? Those chlorine pipes were lying at the Bombay Port Trust for the last 13 years. Now we're told that there's a mechanism in place wherein all those pipes have to be continuously looked at. Nothing can lie at a port just like that. How is it that these pipes were lying? Who's being held accountable for Mumbai nearly being gassed in the fashion that that incident happened last night?
Rahul, definitely there is a lapse somewhere. If I may apprise you with the very latest at this point of time, the neutralizing process is still on. It is going to continue till midnight. So one thing is for sure, the wordings of the BPT that this is a very small leakage is not true. It has taken really hours now, and the neutralizing process is still on. Just goes on to show the kind of extent of the damage that it has really done. Thankfully for the people living all around, and especially for the students of the LBS school, this was just a residual leakage. Had the tankers been filled and then there was a leakage, then the situation would have been very devastating. And even at this point of time, as we talk, the BPT people are still in a conference and they're going to now decide whether they should be shifting the site or not. The biggest question remains, how is it that the BPT people do not even have the know-how as to who the contractor of these cylinders were? Why weren't these cylinders auctioned at the first place? And then how is it that the state government does not even have any know-how as to what's happening at the BPT? I had a talk with the BPT chairman in the early morning hours, and he said, that this dumping ground has been there for so many years, and he does not even recognize the fact that an educational institution situated just next to it could pose as a potential danger to the students.
Okay.
And this is exactly what has happened. And Rahul, if I may just add, this is not the first time that is happening in the Sivri yard. The supervisor of the dumping yard has told us there have been incidents even in the past, couple of incidents in the past where the same kind of leakages have taken place, but all those incidences have been muffled so that they do not become unpleasant to the public. Rahul.
They don't want them to get unpleasant, but Harinder, very quickly, before we end this part of our show, I want to know what is the solution for all the people who are watching this. They're seeing the story, the investigation that we put out. They're concerned about what might happen. What is the solution? Is there at all a solution?
Well, the governments have to do their job, Rahul, and it's time that, they were made accountable. I mean, let's remember what happened in Bhopal, for example. There was a security audit in 1982, 2 years before the gas leak. 30 hazards were identified. Nothing was done about it. Now we are focusing attention on the several Bhopals in waiting. And mind you, these are not tragedies. These are man-made disasters waiting to happen. So the state governments and the central government need to wake up and need to take stock of all the ticking time bombs, because as we've shown through the investigation, all it's going to take is one spark, Rahul.
All right, we just hope that we don't end up with a sense of deja vu. We don't end up having to say, we told you so. We hope the powers that be who are watching this broadcast tonight take action when there still is time. It's a tough decision, but it's a decision that needs to be taken in the interest of the larger public. For the moment, Harinder Baweja and PANKAJ UPADHYAY, thank you very much for joining us. We've got big breaking news coming in right now. On Center Stage Headlines today has learned that one of the senior most members of the RSS may have had links with a terrorist who planted bombs at Mecca Masjid and the Ajmer Sharif Shrine. Indresh Kumar is a close aide of RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat. As per exclusive information with Headlines today, a crucial witness to the blast conspiracy has told investigators that Indresh was aware of the conspiracy that killed in all 19 people. Not just that, Indresh had also approved of the plot to carry out terror strikes at the Mecca Masjid and Ajmer Sharif Dargah in 2007. Indresh is a member of the Akhil Bharatiya Karyakari Mandal, the central decision-making body of the RSS.